Begin with a live look at I-270 eastbound in Commerce City. That interstate at Highway 85 has been closed for hours because of a big crash that happened around 6 o'clock. Commerce City police say several cars were involved in the crash. A number of people were hurt. We're working to learn more about the extent of the injuries, and we'll keep you updated.
Tonight, we learned a person living in Southwest Colorado has tested positive for measles.
This is the third person in the state to come down with measles so far this year. State public health leaders announced the case today. It's an adult in Archuleta County. They say they don't know if the person's vaccinated. They believe the person may have exposed other people to the virus at Wolf Creek Ski Area, March 28th through March 30th, at Pagosa Medical Group, March 31st and April 2nd, and the City Market in Pagosa on March 31st. State Health Department says it does not believe this measles case is connected to the first two cases in our state, a woman in Pueblo and then an infant in Denver.
And that baby's case has some parents worried and reconsidering their vaccination options. Most babies don't receive their first dose of the measles vaccine until they turn 1. Pediatricians now say early vaccination is an option for certain families, like those who are planning to travel overseas. The baby who tested positive had recently traveled to Mexico and was too young to be vaccinated.
The stakes are high for infants. So I'm not trying to be dramatic, but that's just the truth. And I think as a parent of that age group, this is anxiety provoking because measles is it carries a lot of mortality and morbidity, and those are fancy words for severe illness or death.
The doctor we talked to says parents who are worried their child might be at risk should reach out to their pediatrician and talk about their options.
Warm and dry trend continued across the metro area today, and there is more where that came from. Kathy Sabin, we're looking at possible record highs on the way.
And on more than one day, Friday and Saturday, all eyes on those 2 days for highs in the 80s in this April, our second snowiest month on average. Today, in spite of the abundant cloud cover, temperatures were comfortable, 10 degrees above average in the 70s. We started at 44, warmed to 74. Not quite in record territory, but this above average temperature trend will continue. And we're watching high and mid-level clouds spilling in on the northwest flow ahead of a system that's basically going to go north of Colorado. We're still very mild out there. This current reading of 60 is our average high for this time of year. So yeah, it's a little bit unusual for this early in the season. And then tomorrow we'll be talking about the wind increasing out of the west and northwest. So red flag warnings, fire weather watch areas out due to the warmth, the dryness, and of course that wind, which we'll be picking up along the foothills. And these clouds coming in, not bringing any rain or snow. The temperature trend overnight looks very comfortable. We'll have 40s and 50s at the bus stop tomorrow. Weather headlines include the potential for record highs this week and elevated fire danger. We'll detail the timing and impact with your extended forecast coming up.
Colorado Parks and Wildlife is investigating the death of 4 animals on a ranch in Watkins. They believe the animals were attacked by a coyote. 9 News reporter Spencer Soyshers along now after talking with their owner. Spencer?
Yeah, those 4 animals were recently rescued and then trained to be part of a mobile petting zoo. This happened at an animal rescue in Watkins, and the owner says this could jeopardize the work that she's doing. Getting to trot around this ranch is a second chance.
These animals know when the love is given back to them, they want to give back.
That love from Diane Strong makes Big Iron Ranch in Watkins a friendly place.
Oh, hang on to your camera. She's going to lick you.
Special Moo is one of the animals Diane rescued. In the last year, Diane reimagined her nonprofit, Spurs Academy. She's trained lambs and alpacas to interact with people and brought them to places like nursing homes and mental health clinics. Until now.
Coming out of my home and seeing that scene was the unbearable.
Early Tuesday morning, Diane found her 2 lambs and 2 alpacas mauled to death.
I don't even know, where do I go from there? I don't even know.
Colorado Parks and Wildlife is investigating the deaths. They say early indications are that coyotes are responsible.
And I was supposed to take him this weekend to Ken Carl Church.
Diane had just finished training the lambs and alpacas, hoping to generate some money.
The funds that I was trying to do was mainly for the care of my animals.
Now she's not sure what's next for her organization that also needs a second chance.
These innocent animals that just wanted to give back.
Diane says she's seen and heard coyotes around the ranch before, but in the past, they've never come through the fencing toward her livestock. Colorado Parks and Wildlife say it'll be a few days before it can definitively say that the animals were attacked. by a coyote. Spencer Soysher, 9 News.
New tonight, the wife of a man charged with the murder of a dog breeder in Clear Creek County is now in custody herself. The sheriff's office says 36-year-old Anna Ferrer was booked into jail Friday after being extradited here from Nebraska. She's being held on suspicion of accessory to a crime and tampering with evidence. Her husband, Sergio Ferrer, is accused of shooting and killing Paul Peavy. He bred and sold Doberman puppies in the community. Several of those puppies are still missing.
People living within a half-mile of an oil and gas site northeast of Greeley will spend a third night out of their homes. About a dozen people were evacuated Sunday night after some kind of problem at the Bishop Well site south of Gailton. It left one worker hurt. Chevron says a well is releasing mainly water, but also oil and gas. Weld County says the focus now is securing the site and stopping the release from that well. Nearby Gailton Elementary has been closed since Monday. It will remain that way through at least Thursday. Weld County says experts are monitoring air quality and results are below levels of concern. We're expecting another update by 9 tomorrow morning.
Michael Malone out today as head coach of the Denver Nuggets. The team also will not extend the contract of general manager Kelvin Booth. Stunning house cleaning came down this morning just days before the end of the NBA regular season. Now, while Booth's departure may not come as a surprise, Malone's firing certainly was abrupt, especially happening during the season. The offseason would have been one thing, but 3 games left? Malone coached the Nuggets to NBA title just 2 years ago. It led the team to 8 consecutive winning seasons. Let's bring in Scotty Gange now with more on this. And, I mean, there was true shock that this went down the way that it did. Well-respected, highly successful coach out just as they're trying to make a final playoff
Right.
push.
The shock is the time that it happened.
Yeah.
You know, you could argue that this past 10-game stretch for the Nuggets is their worst 10 games in Michael Malone's 10 years as the head coach. But to not give him a chance to show, hey, I am a championship-level coach, as I showed 2 years ago, is remarkable to me. That's what's really surprising. The Nuggets, of course, have the greatest player in the world, Nikola Jokic. The expectation for this team is remarkably sky high. But for this to happen, really it's a bummer. He's a fan favorite, nice guy, but it's not out of the blue from the Cronkies. They've done this for the last several decades with different coaches in town. We'll share more about that later in the sportscast. But it's shocking because they did it today. Like you wake up, you're having your breakfast, and boom, coach is fired.
Yeah, and they said that they're trying to create a spark for a team that struggled, which is what they have to say,
Yes.
right? I mean,
It's a cliche
what else are they
thing
going to
to
say?
say.
Yeah, I don't know. I just wonder, like, if they had decided, as they said today, Josh
Yeah.
Kroenke said that he was going to be out at the end of the season.
Right.
He was going to do it.
That they
no matter
decided
what.
to do it now, so there's no chance of them going on a playoff run that then complicates it.
Right.
Because then if you fire the guy after a successful playoff run, you know.
Well, they did that, 10 years ago when George Karl took the Nuggets on a strong playoff run, won Coach of the Year, and then they fired him a month later. So maybe they said, you know what, we didn't like doing that. Bad taste in our mouth. Let's fire him now. Maybe that's the thought process.
Oh, we've had it both ways now,
Yes.
fans. You can decide
Quite
which
the
firing you
breakup.
like. You like the Karl style or you like the Malone style? Both tough.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah,
tough. All right,
really.
Scotty, thank you.
We know you'll have much more. The Nuggets are going to play their first game since the big moves tomorrow night in Sacramento. We will be there. 9 News sports reporter Chris Tavares will be in California for the matchup. Tip-off is set for 8 tomorrow night. Coach Michael Malone may be leaving the Nuggets, but the Nuggets won't be leaving him.
Nope. 9 News reporter Janelle Finch is along with reminding us the story of that big old tattoo that Malone got while he was coaching here.
Yeah, and it's no small thing, right? This is something that commemorates a happy moment, and though that may be the case, I'm sure that when Michael Malone was looking at it today, he didn't think too fondly of it. But I sat down with the artist who did this tattoo, who says that he hopes Malone will look at it soon and remember his best years with the team. Anyone that knows sports knows nothing is permanent.
Right, ever.
Even team favorites come and go.
It's unfortunate. It's a sad day in Denver.
Michael Diaz
Yeah.
lives for permanence. He's tattooed more people in 16 years as an artist than he can count.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty busy.
But over a decade and a half, a couple clients stick out.
Ryan Bowen, who is an assistant coach, he's the one that called.
Part of the Nuggets coaching staff, including head coach Michael Malone, are ones of many who have sat in Diaz's chair.
In the beginning, when they first came in, yeah, nerves were crazy.
They all showed up to the shop wanting a memento of their 2023 championship win.
It's Maxie the Miner.
A memory Malone will never get to recreate with the Nuggets.
Waking up to that, it was terrible.
After 10 years of coaching and right on the cusp of the playoffs, the team fired Coach Malone.
He is the most winningest coach in Nuggets history, you know. The team that he's built is like nothing we've ever seen out here, you know. It's a terrible way for him to go out.
But like the championship ring on his finger and the maxi on his shoulder,
It's not going anywhere unless he's get a bunch of lasers on it, but
some things can't be taken away, even in sports.
it's all in meaning for him. It wasn't just something he decided one day, hey, I'm gonna go and get Maxie the minor. He brought us a championship, and you know, I think he gets to hold that with him. He gets to wear that, and hopefully he still wears it proudly, you know.
Diaz says when he got the call from Ryan Bowen back in 2023, he thought it was a prank, and I'm sure that he thought today's news was also a joke, but he says that he wishes the best for Malone wherever his career takes him next, and he hopes that the team will continue to build on the legacy that he helped create. Live in Denver, Janelle Finch, 9 News.